our problem was not something physical, it was a spiritual thing. So we went to a cherubim and seraphim church. We met with the prophet. So he prayed on it. He prayed. Within the range of 4 days, my husband got a job. My husband was promoted in his job within 4 months. What the Baba actually told me to bring was my menstruation pad. And like I will have to bring it to him, and then he will make like something out of it, which my husband is actually going to use. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone watching this video. So I would like to discuss something and also share something that has really been bothering me for a very long time now. So I was an ordinary Uniben student when I met my husband. My husband was academically sound, so we became friends. We started going out together. From friends, we turned into lovers. So after graduating, we actually decided to settle down. So we got married legally. So after we got married, my husband got a job from a company as a supervisor. A month after we got married, his parents died in a ghastly accident, which led him into depression for a while. So after that, he was actually sent to one of the branches in Ogun State, Songota, where he will also be working at the same company. So we had to relocate to Ogun State. So because we cannot be going from Lagos to Ogun State every day, so we had to relocate there. So while we were in Ogun State, everything was fine. I conceived a baby girl when we were in Ogun State. My husband was doing well in work. So 2 years later, after after the birth of my child and after our marriage, my husband lost his job at the company where he was working. So he fell into depression. He was so sad. He was not doing anything. He was like a mad person. He could not take control of himself. He did not understand what was going on with him. Though he was actually telling me he was fine and all of that. But deep down as his wife, I knew that there's something going on with my husband. He actually did some jobs like washing neighbors' cars, running errands for them, bricklaying, clearing of people's farm. But it was not enough to make us settled. So I had to actually go into some laboring jobs too, like washing clothes for people and also like cooking for our neighbors. So it was not actually enough to take care of our feeding. My daughter had to stop the school she was going to because we had no money at that time. So I went around begging people for money, asking for help, but that I didn't get. So one day, somebody actually introduced me to a microfinance bank whereby I can borrow money and take a loan and then I pay back annually. So it was actually good because I was a graduate, so I actually qualified for it. So I took the loan and I actually observed that if I use this money to pay the house rent, because at that time landlord was like disturbing us, our rent was due. So I was like, if I use this money to pay our rent, it's not actually what we are not actually how are we going to feed and all of that. So I decided to start an online business whereby I sell clothes online and actually distribute to people. So luckily for me, my business was going fine. I had big deals, big offers at the beginning of the job. So I took the dresses. The dresses were worth 350k. It was three dresses, so they were worth 350k in total. So I gave my dispatch rider. So this customer was actually buying from me regularly before, but I did not know that he was actually targeting me. So I gave my dispatch rider the clothes to send, like a normal delivery stuff. So when I gave him, unknowingly, we actually got scammed. The clothes, the motorcycle, everything was lost. So that took us back to square one. So I remembered that I had a friend who lives at Ikeja at that time, because we actually thought that, okay, since Ogun State did not work out for us, why don't we move to Lagos? And since our rent was due and the landlord was not able to give us like chance more, so we had to leave. So I called my friend. She was not married at that time. She was a single girl living in a 3 bedroom apartment. So I asked her and discussed with her if she could actually take in me and my husband with my daughter. So she actually agreed. So when we got there, me and my husband decided to go into church, because we found out that our problem was not something physical, it was a spiritual thing. So if we cannot do anything, let's just pray our way out. So we went to a cherubim and seraphim church. We met with the prophets, and the prophets told us that we had to pray and we had to fast. So we fasted for 1 month. So after fasting, things were getting back to normal. My husband was still sending his CV to companies. So we met the prophet again. The prophet told my husband to bring his CV with a sum of 1,000 naira. So he prayed on it. He prayed. Within the range of 4 days, my husband got a job. So after he got the job, everything became normal. My daughter started school again. My husband was promoted in his job within 4 months. And within these 4 months, he opened a shop for me, and I started selling usually. Everything was fine. We moved out of my friend's house. We rented a 3 bedroom apartment. Glory be to God, that was our big testimony. We were going smoothly. So after that, I had a dream. I had a very bad dream. And when I discussed with my husband, he felt like it was just an ordinary nightmare. But I still went behind to pray about it, because it was a very, very bad dream. So not quite long after this, I also noticed that my husband's attitude changed. He started doing things which he was not doing before. He started smoking, drinking, going to parties with friends, based on the fact that money has already entered. My husband actually, after I got promoted, he started seeing money. He bought a car. He started living. His lifestyle changed. He started drinking, smoking, sleeping out. When he comes back home and I asked him if he has eaten, he will say yes, he has already eaten, and he's not interested in the food I cooked. This actually weighed me down. I became sad. It affected me mentally. I actually did not know what to do, but I ran back to God in prayer. Our daughter's birthday that year was actually very big. It was like the talk of the town. He did a ram for our daughter's 5th year birthday. So I was wondering, with all this money that we have already made and like where we have gotten to at this point, why will I still be sad? Why will my marriage be breaking? I thought money was actually the problem. So I actually ran back to God, crying out my heart every night. So that year actually passed. The next year, things started falling apart again. My husband had issues in his job whereby he signed an invoice twice and the customer did not actually pay for the invoice. So he was actually sent to jail, and the invoice he signed was actually a huge sum of money. So he was sent to jail for it since he could not like pay up the amount. So I ran around selling most of our properties and all of that. So I actually ran around, sold almost all the valuable things we had in the house, which it was not enough, but it was able to bail him off. So after I bailed him, he went back to square one. We were not able to take care of our daughter's school fees. We were not able to live that posh lifestyle again. My husband also sold his car. He stopped living that lifestyle gain. But I knew, like, why will I go up and then come down again? It does not make sense. So I had to call on my friend who lives in Ikeja that helped me at that time. So she was actually blaming me that why did I not actually call her when these things were happening to me? Why did I sell most of my properties? That is not good to sell those things, and that she would have been of help to me if I actually called her. So I was that one aside. So I actually told her if I could actually do anything, because my husband now is at home, my daughter is at home, I'm also at home. So like I'm looking for means, a way to like bring us out of this thing, because this is not more like a physical thing. It's gone past that. So she actually told me about this Baba that she knows, and that we could visit him. So I was like, can we actually visit him now? Because like we were going through a lot. There was no food at home, and she actually told me that I should wait till the next week for some reasons, that I should go home and ponder about it and think about it before coming back. So I will not do something in a haste. So we did that. The next week coming, me and my friend, we went to visit the Baba. When we got to the Baba actually told me that my husband is living a bad life. He's living a very bad life. He's sleeping out with people. He's engaging in bad activities. The Baba revealed a lot of things to me. He said he's because of the lifestyle of my husband. That's why things are actually like this for us. He also revealed a prophecy that I am a star child, and that I was born in the 11th month. So I'm not one to walk alone. So since I have actually bonded with him maritally, so anything we do is must actually align. He actually revealed that my husband, the problem started in Ogun State, whereby he had an affair with a woman outside of our marriage, and also had a child outside of our marriage. And also coming back to Lagos, he started the same lifestyle again with married women again. So that was what the Baba actually told me. And he was like, if my husband actually continues living this lifestyle, it's actually going to bring us down more and more. So I actually told him that what is the solution and what is the way forward of all these things, because me, I'm already tired. I'm tired of this thing. Why will I go up and then I'll come down again? Like I'll be doing successfully at a point, and then I'll come back, like back to where I was, like starting from scratch. I was actually discussing these things to him, and he said like the problem was not much. It's not like a problem that cannot be unsolved. That is a problem that can be solved, but it has gone past us doing a sacrifice on Calabash and putting it on the road. It has gone past that one, that I have to take something from my body to do a sacrifice to help my family, to uplift my family once again. So while we were discussing, and I was like thinking about these things. I will have to take something from my body. What the Baba actually told me to bring was my menstruation pad, and like I will have to bring it to him, and then he will make like something out of it, which my husband is actually going to use. And once he does this, our lives will get back to normal, and everything will be like fine. We'll start living life the way we were living life before, not like going up and down um from a high point to scratch. So that's what the Baba actually told me that we are actually going to need. And so what I'm thinking now is that the Baba also warned me that once I do this and my husband goes back to that lifestyle, there's no more way for us again. That is how we are going to remain poor for life. So I'm actually worried. I don't know what to do at this point. I love him so much that from the time we were in school, eyes on him. That's how it actually started. I love him so much, and I don't want like anything to happen to him. But I'm also confused at this point. The man that I would do this sacrifice for, my husband, is he actually worth it? Because like I don't want to do something and like years later I'll come and start regretting what I've actually done. I'll be in tears, I'll be in shame. I don't want to actually do something that is risking my life, my destiny, my daughter's future. So that's why I came here to ask, begging you guys for your advice to please help me if there's any advice you can give me. Because like at this point, I don't know actually what to do. So if you guys can just advise me, I'll actually be grateful. God bless you all.